Uh, Good morning, guys, and good day. There is a short video on how to do the setting on the new updated server one and server one for US only and server one for all country. So you head up to your setting. So this is the new interface of your admin setting. So whereby you can this place. Let me collapse. This is the previous this thing on how to post global alerts, send user notification, and the many settings. And before I proceed, this SMS slash OTP global margin still work for server 2 on the US only, server 3 and server 4. Right, it also work for server 2 of the all country section too. So and this server 2 margin work for buying of social media accounts or the section in the buying of social media accounts. So this is the profit margin that work for all of them. Why this server one is the boosting of social media aspect. This is the profit margin for the boosting of social media aspect. So let's proceed to the main tutorial. So this is the US only server one settings. So let me head to the US only part, SMN verification. So now this is my pending settings for the Signal and WhatsApp. So let me delete the two. All right, so okay, the settings here is the setting of the price directly from the API dashboard. So Signal, okay, sorry, yeah, I set the profit of 500, so any 500 on every feature. So let me return to 0.00, then save it back. Let me switch to server 2 and server 1 so that the new price can come in. So Signal, so the price is now 1,163. So that's the price directly from the API dashboard. So now, okay, let me now change the price for the Signal. Now, okay, okay, this is it. Okay, this is the price directly. This is the current API dashboard price. So now, if I add percentage, 10%, so which means that I'll be earning 116 naira as profit. So if they purchase this Signal, so let me see. Then let me switch to server 2 and server 1. See, so that means that the profit margin has been included. You see, percentage has been included. So if I delete it, it will return to the API price back. Server 2, then server 1. Signal, so that is done to the API price. So now, but if I don't want to set any profit margin in any of the services, then I can now go here, put 500 now. So which means that on every services on the SMS verification aspect, I'm going to be seeing 500 now on each of every services. So if I set 500 now, so now I go to server 2 and I switch back to server 1. Signal, see the price is now 1,116. So that is plus 500 now. So do you now understand? So let me set it back to 00 and save it. price has now gone back to Signal, and now go back to the API price. Same thing applies to WhatsApp too. This is the API price directly. So if I don't want to use 500 now as a default this thing, then I can change it to percentage. So I'll set this to 0.00 and put maybe 30 percentage. Then I'll now see add percentage first, then add fixed amount. Save. So which means that on every SMS verification US on server one they purchase will be earning 30% profit Signal. So the price is now 1. So it has added 30% to the 1,163 on the profit margin. So there's this aspect I need to tell you guys. So if you log into the API that before we used to add profit settings margin to the distance. So this is my coin is 40%. So which means that if you are setting price on the admin, you'll be seeing profit on the price you set, and also be seeing profit. It will not be 2 times profit from the admin and profit from the API dashboard. So if you just want to be any profit there, you can just set this one to 0%. If you now save it, then if you now come here, so the price will not change because you have set that price to 0%. Okay, see that the price has reduced. So which means that the API price is now the current API price is 830. That is the initial price from the API dashboard, is 830. So because of the profit here we added here, so that's what makes it increase here. So the WhatsApp price, which is now the initial price is now 2,581 directly from the API dashboard, since we have set that to 0. So that is how it works. Then if you want to use fixed margin, any amount you want to put, you can just put, and if you wish to be 5,000 now, then just add 5,000 now and change this back to 0.00 and change this. It is here, add fixed amount first, then pass profit margin and set it. So that means that even if they buy Signal, you'll be seeing 5,000 now profit on it. So now let's go to this. Let's switch back to server one. Okay. Now, so the price is now 5,000. It means that add the 5,000 profit to it. So that's all about US only server. So now let's go to the all country labs. Let's go to the expand all country section. Please start the next verification. So server one, so USA SIG. Now the price is 7,794 now. So okay, I've set price, so it is it, because I've added 500 profit to it. So the profit margin is 0.000. So so let me delete and delete. So now the price has now go back to the normal price here. Let me, it's now 0.0. okay, so it's now 0.0. so now, so this is the initial price directly from the API dashboard. So now let's go here and set everything to 1000, which means that on all country SMS verification, the server one, all country server one, you will earn 1000 profit. So which is add first amount first, then add profit margin, then save. Now I search signal back. So see the price action is 1291. So then let me search WhatsApp. The WhatsApp price is still the normal. Okay, I think okay, yeah, 1000 has already been added to this price. So now let me take it. Okay, let's be everything be zero. WhatsApp. So the price have changed to the entire amount the API that is selling it. So now let's check. Let's use 500 for all the features, for all the services, for all country. Add this amount first, and so one set. Then I want to change signal. Okay, this is, please don't do mistake. Oh, this is for US only. Oh. So collapse. So I'm still talking here about the normal global settings. Okay, so okay, global STC, global OTP service pricing manager. So now let me see USA WhatsApp. I want to change the price. I'm not okay with the price, so I want to change the price. So it's the current API price. So I want to change the price to, like, I want to be sending it to for my user 4,000 now. So I'll just head on to my calculation form. 4,000 minus 3,545, 3,534. So that should be 4. That should be 465. Okay, it's calculating here. 77. You see selling price 4,000 now. So if I now save it, so it now means that it is 4,000 now. They will be buying my WhatsApp for what country SMS verification server one. So I can decide to, let me check Germany WhatsApp. Okay, it's 11,191. So let's check collapse. Let's check Germany WhatsApp. So now this was I want to sell for my users. I just say 13,000. So let me just put 2,000. Okay, 2,000. Okay, that was to get to 13,000. Then put 1,800. Okay, 1,850. Okay, 1,830. Okay, 1,810. Okay, 1,809. 1,808.30 26. You know, 30 26. Okay, so if I now save this, oh,